Yeah, I think we can start. So, as my screen is visible,
Yes, sir.
okay. Yeah, once again, good evening to all. So today, myself, Ravi. So I am working in a quality assurance department in the pharmaceutical industry. So I have around 15 years of experience in the quality assurance. So currently I am working as a manager in the pharmaceutical, one of the pharmaceutical industry. Okay. So directly we will start with pharmaceutical quality and validation system. So as already company Connect Consultancy has told that there is a training on the pharmaceutical quality and validation system. So here with I will be giving brief introduction about pharmaceutical validation and what we are going to cover in the particular topic. So basically we have around 10 modules. Okay. So these are the modules. So quality, difference between the quality assurance and quality control. So what we are going to cover in the quality assurance aspect and what we are going to cover in the quality control aspects. Okay. In process quality assurance control IPQA, IPQC. So quality management system, including change control, deviation, incident management, NCR nothing but non-compliance reports. Okay. So along with that quality management system, so I am going to cover so other part of quality management system, that is self-inspection, mock recall, product recall. So these are the topics we are going to cover. So coming to validation, there will be a different types of validation: process validation, cleaning, cleaning validation, computer system validation, equipment qualification or equipment validation, and method validations. So there are different types of validation procedures or policies are there. So majorly, so in this as a pharmaceutical validation and equipment qualification, so we have to cover process validation, so cleaning validation, equipment qualification, equipment validation, water system validation, HVAC validation. So HVAC is the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So which is the main like equipment or utility which is required to maintain the temperature, RH, and relative humidity in the and differential pressure in the manufacturing areas. Okay. So computer system validation, Code of Federal Regulation and Guidelines. So Code of Federal Regulation, which is published by US Food and Drug Administration. This is the US FDA regulatory or US FDA guideline. So which is essentially required for current good manufacturing practices. So in that current good manufacturing practices, they are telling that what are the responsibilities, what is the scope and equipments and design and building and facilities. So what are the building, means how the building should be designed and what are the facilities should be required inside the inside the area or inside the premises, and self inspection and production and process controls and laboratory controls. And what about quality management system like change control deviation, mm, change control deviation and non-compliance report and corrective and preventive action. So all these comes under like a code of federal regulation with respect to pharmaceutical quality management system. So these are the topics we are going to cover. So we will see one by one. So means what are the contents inside the particular heading. So coming to quality. So basically the quality is, so which is a product which is free from defects. Okay, which is free from defects. So there should not be any complaint. There should not be any uh, adverse event. There should not be any a lack of efficacy. So basically, overall, we can say that quality of the product. Suppose if you are buying any product from the provision store or from outside or any market. So first and foremost thing is you are going to check the quality of the product. Means how the quality is. Like suppose Yeah, like if you are going for any like cloth store, so there will be n number of brands will be there. So there will be a generic brands will be there, and there will be a standard brands, branded cloths will be there, like Louis Philippe, Peter England, so Van Heusen, like that. So based on, see, basically the quality never compromises in that. Okay, so this is the quality. So quality assurance and quality control. See, quality assurance is, see, on behalf of organization. So quality assurance department is assuring the quality of the product on behalf of organization. So this is the quality assurance. Okay. So production will manufacture the products. So quality control will test the product. Means, so for each and every product there will be a n number of tests will be there. Like description will be there. Suppose for example, so I think everybody might have seen or consumed paracetamol tablet. Okay. So before manufacturing of the product, so there will be a batch manufacturing record, batch packaging record. So material availability should be there, and these material should be approved from the quality control laboratory before consumption. So all these aspects will come. So what quality control will do? So quality control will mainly test the product. Okay, for example, paracetamol tablets 500 mg. So in that product. So what are the tests it contains? For example, description will be there, identification will be there, disintegration time will be there, dissolution will be there, assay will be there, related substance will be there. So means nothing but impurities. Okay, and along with that, microbial limit test, and for any like pathogens we need to test. So all these tests means these are the tests which are covered in the finished product specification. So basically, these finished product specification we have to take from the monograph, either from Indian Pharmacopoeia, USP, United States Pharmacopoeia, or Pharma Europe, means European Pharmacopoeia, or JP. It is whether it is a Japanese Pharmacopoeia. Okay, so as per monograph, the specification to be prepared. So along with that, we have to accordingly we have to test the product. So these are the responsibilities of quality control. Okay, so coming to in process quality assurance. Okay, in that quality assurance only we have several sections will be there. So among one is in process quality assurance. So along with that, quality management system section will be there, and the equipment qualification validation sections will be different, and along with that, vendor qualification section will be different. So and the documentation section will be different. Okay, so in that quality assurance only there will be a multiple sections. So among all sections, so in process quality assurance, these in process quality assurance majorly they will work on the shop floor. Means during manufacturing of the product they will test the product. Okay, so online they will take the samples during manufacturing, and they will test as per batch manufacturing record. They have to test the product. So as per manufacturing batch manufacturing record description they have to test. Okay, so individual weight variation they have to test. Means what is the, suppose for example paracetamol 500 mg tablet. So average weight will be like 500 mg. Okay, just assume whether it is average weight of, means individual weight of the tablet is 500 mg. Okay, so this, what is the tolerance limit? 500 mg means exactly we cannot able to maintain the 500 mg. Okay, for that there will be a tolerance will be there. So plus or minus like 5% or 10%. Okay, so the range will come from 480 to 520 mg. So whatever product we have manufactured, the tablet weight should be within the range, that is 480 mg to 520 mg. So and that is one of the test, and along with that disintegration test will be there. So for uncoated tablets there will be a 15 minutes disintegration test. Okay, so they have to test in process quality assurance personnel, they have to test. So these are the test, means what test which are mentioned in the BMR or BPR. So coming to quality management system, that includes change control, deviation, incident management, NCR. So change control. So in that, any permanent change we are going to perform within the facility, so that we can call it as a change control. Okay. So why we are initiating the change control means, so because of that particular change, is there any impact on the process or product, or like nothing but quality of the product? So we have to assess from the cross-functional departments. So cross-functional department, they will give the concurrence. So after giving concurrence, so quality assurance person will evaluate the change proposed by the user department, then followed by so head QA or quality assurance person, he will approve or reject the change control. So basically, if we are performing any change in the facility or premises, so we have to assess, is there any impact on the product or facility? So that is the reason we are initiating the change control. So for example, that is one of the quality management system, and one more is deviation. Okay, so deviation nothing but, suppose we are, as I said earlier, the tablet weight will be 480 to 520 mg. Okay, so the range we have given, so 480 to 520 mg. Suppose if any tablet found out of that range, whether it is less than 480 or more than 520, okay, so that we can call it as a deviation. So basically, it is a the deviation or departure from the set procedure or set limit, so that we can call it as a deviation. Okay, deviation or incident management. So deviation, that is the older terminology. In the deviation, there will be a planned deviation or unplanned deviation. Okay, so unplanned deviation, we can call it as a incident management. So now NCR, coming to NCR, that is a non-compliance report. Okay, suppose if any observation we have identified with respect to procedure or practices, so we are departure from the set procedure or set standards, so that we can call it as a NCR. So coming to, so that is related to quality management system. So next we are going to cover process validation. Okay, so process validation is nothing but, it is a documented evidence which provides high degree of assurance with respect to critical process parameter and critical quality attributes. So in whenever we are taking in depth of particular topic like process validation, so you will come to know that what are the critical process parameter and critical quality attributes. So process validation is nothing but we are validating the process. Means suppose, for example, paracetamol tablet we have to manufacture. So in that, so what are the time is required like for mixing to get the 100% assay. So that process parameter we need to optimize in the process validation. Okay. So next one is cleaning validation. So cleaning validation is nothing but it is a documented evidence which provide high degree of assurance that so whatever cleaning procedure we are using in the equipment cleaning, so whether it is safe, effectively can remove the residues or bioburden from the equipment. So that is the cleaning validation. Okay, so whatever, suppose, so we are using one vessel, manufacturing vessel. So in that, for that vessel, so what is the time is required and what is the solvent or what is the vehicle we need to use to clean the vessel. So that we need to establish, and along with that, we have to challenge that procedure. Whether suppose to clean the vessel, around 50 liter of water is required. So whether that 50 liter of water is sufficient or more than 50 liter it is required. So that we need to establish. Okay. So with the whatever procedure or whatever solvent, whatever vehicle we are using, so whether it is effectively can remove the residues, drug residue, that is paracetamol, and along with that bioburden, whether it is removes or not. So that we need to check in the cleaning validation. So similarly, equipment qualification. In that equipment qualification, there will be n number of equipments available in the pharmaceutical facility, like for example, blender, compression machine, injection filling machine, and compounding vessel, manufacturing vessel, okay, packing machine, coordinator, converter. So these are the equipments we are using in the manufacturing facility. So before using of that equipment, so we need to qualify the equipments as per regulatory authority and as per our in-house procedures. We need to qualify the each and every equipments which are used for the manufacturing or packaging of the product. It is a GMP requirement. Okay. So in that various stages will come like preparation of the URS, design qualification, installation qualification, performance qualification. So as per written protocol, so we need to execute. Okay. So and finally, outcome of the qualification we need to mention in the relevant reports. Okay. So this is with respect to equipment qualification. So similarly, we have one more like validation, water system validation. So water system, see, we are using different grades of water. That is the purified water, potable water, water for injection, pure steam. So these are the different grades of water we are using to manufacture the product. Okay. So the whatever water we are manufacturing or producing in the facility using water system, it should comply as per pharmaceutical monographs, whether it may be IP, BP, USP, Pharma Europe. So different pharmacopoeias will be there. So we need to comply as per that respective pharmacopoeia. So whatever water we are using, it should be like equal standards of pharmacopoeia. So in water system validation, we can find out that. So what is the, like for example, what is the description, what is the pH, and what is the conductivity, what is the hardness should be there. So after getting purified water, so these are all different tests are mentioned in the monograph. So once it is purified water or potable water or water for injection is produced, so we have to test as per pharmaceutical monograph. So before producing that different grades of water, so we need to validate the water system. So in detail, we can tell during the session. Okay. So similarly, HVAC validation or utility validation. See, to manufacture any of the product, so there will be a uh, like utilities are required. Okay. So either maybe HVAC system or compressed air system or water system. Okay, and hot water generation system, along with that electricity system or nitrogen system. So these are the utilities which are required during manufacturing of the product. So once again, it varies what are the different category of products, whether it is a heat sensitive or like oxidative products or temperature sensitive or moisture sensitive. So it is depend on category of the molecule. Okay. So coming to computer system validation. So nowadays, it is a regulatory requirement from the United States Food and Drug Administration and European Agency. So in European Agency, we can call it as Annex 11. So that is the regulatory guideline. And in USFDA, we are calling as a 21 CFR Part 11. So whatever computer systems we are using in the manufacturing facility, preferably which are used to manufacturing the drug product. So we have to validate the systems before routine usage. Okay. So that we can call it as a computer system validation. So along with that, we are covering Code of Federal Regulation uh, and guidelines. So basically it talks about current good manufacturing practices. Means good manufacturing like procedures or practices. What are the practices we need to follow during manufacturing of the drug product? So basically it talks about good manufacturing practices. Okay. So these are the topics, and along with that, transport validation. So any product we are manufacturing in the facility. So suppose we are exporting into the different countries or different destinations. Okay. So for example, in Badi or Himachal Pradesh, we are manufacturing the product. Okay, and we need to send to the either in south of India, like South India, either maybe Tamil Nadu or Kerala, or sometimes we may export the product to the different countries. So during transportation, so what are the maximum temperature achieved? So or whether the product should be transported with controlled temperature, or suppose usually as per guideline, as per regulations, the during manufacturing of the product, the temperature should not be more than 25 or 27 degrees centigrade. Even in transport validation also, we have to maintain 25 or 27 degrees centigrade entire journey of the product. Okay, from start of the site to till reach of the product till destination. So we have to maintain the product, or we can make it. Or we can do it. We can do that transport validation based on the protocol study. We can do like transport validation study. In the transport validation study, so we are assessing what is the maximum temperature and what is the minimum temperature it has reached. So based on that, we are evaluating whether the product is stable in that particular temperature or not. So this transport validation talks about uh, like what are the temperature or during the transportation. So validation is required. So it talks about that topic. Okay. So these are the topics we are going to cover in the entire pharmaceutical validation training course. So do we have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello?
Tell me. Yeah, tell me.
हेलो सर सर ये चेंज कंट्रोल के टाइप कितने हैं सर?
टाइप चेंज कंट्रोल का टाइप है परमानेंट चेंज कंट्रोल एंड टेम्पररी चेंज कंट्रोल. Okay. See, previously what happened? Sorry.
नहीं कंटिन्यू.
Yeah, proceed.
सर डेविएशन और इंसिडेंट दोनों की तो एक जैसी एक ही है क्या अलग-अलग है?
Deviation or incident is both are same. Okay. So previously in deviation there is a planned deviation and unplanned deviation concept was there. Okay. So now whatever planned deviation is there, so we have converted into temporary change control. Okay. So deviation is it is unplanned deviation. Unplanned deviation we are telling as a deviation or incident management.
नहीं सर डेविएशन और इंसिडेंट में डिफरेंट क्या है?
Nothing. Both are same.
Okay. सर इसमें रिस्क असेसमेंट भी इंक्लूड है क्या?
किसमें?
QMS में.
QMS में it is not considered as a QMS, but it is a separate section है, quality risk management.
Yes, sir.
As per ICH Q9 quality risk management.
नहीं सर पहली स्लाइड में दे रखा था ना ETC करके डेविएशन इंसिडेंट का NCR वगैरह ETC. तो सर QMS का पार्ट ही तो है सर ये रिस्क असेसमेंट.
नहीं आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? Means whether it is related to QMS or not.
Yes, sir.
It is exactly. It is not related to quality management system. It is a separate topic, quality risk management.
Sir, ये training include है?
Quality management system, it is a Q10, ICH Q10, whereas quality risk management is ICH Q9.
जी सर. नहीं सर मेरा कहने का मतलब ये रिस्क असेसमेंट इस ट्रेनिंग में मतलब इंक्लूड मतलब
correct. Risk assessment can be performed for anything. See, suppose deviation होता है, deviation में हम impact assess करने के लिए हम risk assessment through कर सकता है. Okay. और categorization करना है deviation, whether it is a major, minor, critical. उस टाइम पे भी हम अगर qualitative risk means assessment करना है तो we can link it up with quality risk management. Means अगर suppose critical means 1 to like more than 100 RPM नंबर है तो उसको क्रिटिकल बोलते हैं, 50 to 100 है तो उसको मेजर बोलता है, लेस देन 50 है तो माइनर बोलता है। ऐसा हम अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं।
वो डिपेंड करता है सर इंडस्ट्री टू इंडस्ट्री।
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
और सर एनसीआर और डेविएशन में क्या अंतर है सर?
एनसीआर, डिविएशन, इंसिडेंट मैनेजमेंट ऑल आर सेम। सो प्रीवियसली पुराना टाइम पे हम लोग बोलता था एनसीआर मींस नॉन कंप्लायंस रिपोर्ट। ओके, मींस नॉन कंप्लायंस रिपोर्ट अभी क्या होता है एग्जैक्टली? नॉन कंप्लायंस रिपोर्ट मींस सपोज सेल्फ इंस्पेक्शन के लिए जाता है इंटरनल ऑडिट करने के लिए, ठीक है, उधर कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन फाइंड आउट करता है। ओके, सो जो ऑब्जर्वेशन फाइंड आउट करता है उसको एनसीआर कहते हैं। एनसीआर मींस नथिंग बट अगर प्रोसीजर डिफाइन किया है फिर भी वो फॉलो नहीं किया, इट इज ए डिविएशन।
आई थिंक एनसीआर तो
उस
खत्म हो गया ना सर?
हाँ, ओल्डन डेज में एनसीआर बोलता था, मैं वही बोला मैंने, ओल्डन डेज में पुराना जमाना में वो एनसीआर बोलता था, अभी तो उसको डिविएशन ही बोलता है, डिविएशन आर इंसिडेंट।
सर इसमें ये ट्रेनिंग में रिकॉल और मॉक कॉल ये भी इंक्लूड है क्या?
हाँ, वो पार्ट मींस इंक्लूड कर देते हैं उसमें भी।
इंक्लूड है सर।
हाँ,
और सर इसमें कैलिब्रेशन भी इंक्लूड है?
कैलिब्रेशन नहीं है। कैलिब्रेशन हम बोल सकते हैं कि ड्यूरिंग इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशन। सो कैलिब्रेशन कैसे करता है, जस्ट इन ब्रीफ वी कैन बोल सकता है। क्योंकि
एक्चुअली सर इक्विपमेंट
कैलिब्रेशन,
का क्वालिफिकेशन कर रहे हैं, यूटिलिटी का क्वालिफिकेशन कर रहे हैं, तो कैलिब्रेशन तो नेसेसरी है सर।
हाँ मैं वही बोला ना, अभी इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशन का टाइम पे हम कैलिब्रेशन मींस कैलिब्रेशन क्या होता है, कैलिब्रेशन किसका स्टैंडर्ड से करता है एंड क्या क्या फ्रीक्वेंसी में करता है, वो सभी उस टाइम पे बता देता है, और उसके साथ प्रिवेंटिव मेंटेनेंस भी बताते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है ना। अगर एक बार इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफाई हो गया उसके बाद क्या क्या मेंटेनेंस करना है, क्योंकि अभी सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल हमको हम जिंदगी पूरा हम लाइक एकदम परफेक्ट नहीं रहता है, एक एक बार बीमार रहता है, एक एक बार सर्दी होता है, एक एक बार कुछ ना कुछ हो जाता है बॉडी को, ठीक है। उस टाइम पे क्या एक्शन लेना है, ऐसा सिमिलर वे जो प्रिवेंटिव मेंटेनेंस है उसको ईच एंड एवरी इक्विपमेंट को, इंस्ट्रूमेंट को प्रिवेंटिव मेंटेनेंस करना है, तो उसका हिसाब से मीन्स क्या क्या करना है, क्या क्या चेक पॉइंट्स है, वो सभी उसमें कवर करेंगे।
सर इसमें कंप्रेस ईयर भी इंक्लूड है, क्योंकि टॉपिक में दे नहीं रखा है इसमें।
क्या बोल रहे?
टॉपिक कवर में कंप्रेस ईयर नहीं दे रखा।
कंप्रेस्ड एयर, कंप्रेस्ड एयर वो इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशन में ही कवर कर देते हैं। अभी बोला ना मैंने यूटिलिटीज, सी फॉर एनी प्रोडक्ट वो
नहीं
मैन्युफैक्चर
सर,
करने के लिए।
यूटिलिटी में वाटर सिस्टम भी आ जाता है ना?
हाँ हाँ, वाटर सिस्टम वैलिडेशन बताया ना मैंने, वाटर सिस्टम वैलिडेशन आता है, कंप्रेस्ड एयर सिस्टम आता है, नाइट्रोजन सिस्टम आता है, और हॉट वाटर जनरेशन आता है, वो सभी यूटिलिटी में कवर हो जाता है।
अच्छा, ये सारे ट्रेनिंग में कवर होंगे ना सर?
कवर होगा, जरूर कवर होगा।
और ये कंप्यूटर सिस्टम वैलिडेशन में सर ये पीएलसी वगैरह इसका भी बताएंगे सर उसमें?
नहीं, कंप्यूटर सिस्टम वैलिडेशन का अलग है, ये प्योरली फार्मास्यूटिकल वैलिडेशन एंड क्वालिफिकेशन का है।
नहीं, इसमें टॉपिक दे रखा है ना सर, कंप्यूटर
नहीं
सिस्टम वैलिडेशन।
उसमें बताया है क्या क्या डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ वैलिडेशन रहता है, उसका ब्रीफ
और सर
बोल सकते हैं
इक्विपमेंट
क्या कंप्यूटर सिस्टम वैलिडेशन क्या होता है और कैसे उसको क्वालिफाई करता है, ऐसा मीन्स लाइक वी मॉडल अप्रोच से
सर,
करता है।
सर
और
सॉरी
जो
सर, इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशन में सर हम पीएलसी सिस्टम भी तो लगाते हैं।
हाँ, पीएलसी सिस्टम के लिए अलग होता है, मीन्स इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशन एक पार्ट होता है और कंप्यूटर सिस्टम वैलिडेशन एक पार्ट होता है। तो जो कंप्यूटर
तो ये
सिस्टम
सर,
वैलिडेशन है वो अलग सेक्शन में कवर करेगा वो।
ओके तो सर ये क्या है सीएफआर? ये क्या ये
सीएफआर
एक्सपोर्ट मार्ट के लिए है क्या सर?
कौन सा?
सीएफआर, कोड ऑफ द
सीएफआर मीन्स
फेडरल रेगुलेशन।
कोड ऑफ फेडरल रेगुलेशंस है।
जी सर।
कोड ऑफ फेडरल रेगुलेशन मीन्स these are the guidelines which are published by United States Food and Drug US FDA. ओके, तो हम हमारा इसमें इंडिया में कैसे शेड्यूल एम और सीडेस्को है ना, सीडीएससी वो, हाँ सीडीएससी वो
शेड्यूल
है
है
ना,
मैंने सर।
हाँ हाँ शेड्यूल
जी
एम,
सर।
शेड्यूल एम है ना, सिमिलर वे उसका कोड ऑफ फेडरल रेगुलेशंस है, लाइक पार्ट 210(211) इज फॉर करंट गुड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रैक्टिसेस, और 21 CFR पार्ट 11 है वो कंप्यूटर सिस्टम वैलिडेशन और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिग्नेचर्स वो है, ऐसा ऐसा डिफरेंट वो गाइडलाइन पब्लिश किया है, वो एफडीए का है, यूएस का रेगुलेशन।
सर ये ISO FDA वगैरह सारी गाइडलाइन मिलेंगी हमें इनकी?
किधर मिलेगा?
नहीं, ट्रेनिंग, ये इक्विपमेंट, वाटर सिस्टम, यूटिलिटीज के जो ISO FDA US इनकी सारी गाइडलाइन मिलेंगी इनके रिलेटेड?
हाँ गाइडलाइन अभी उसका वो कंपनी कनेक्ट कंसल्टेंसी वो वेबसाइट है ना, उसमें आपको एक्सेस रहेगा 1 साल तक, उसमें सभी गाइडलाइन उधर उसमें अपलोड किया रहेगा, आप गो थ्रू कर सकते
सर ओके सर, कंटिन्यू।
हैं। ठीक है, ठीक, कुछ और कुछ डाउट्स है क्या?
नहीं सर, ट्रेनिंग में जब होंगे जब मैं क्लियर कर लूंगा।
ठीक है, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम। और कोई डाउट्स है किसी को? हेलो दिया?
सर ये सेक्शन पूरा हो गया ना डेमो क्लास का?
या पूरा हो गया।
तो सर इसकी वो कितने मंथ का हुआ है सर ये
ये
टाइम
1.5
पीरियड?
मंथ का है, 1.5 मंथ का।
इसकी फीस कितनी है सर?
हाँ फीस उधर उधर बता, मीन्स आप उधर पूछना है वो,
मैडम
एक्चुअली
से
मैं
पूछना
सिर्फ,
है?
हाँ मैडम से पूछो, सिर्फ मैं
नहीं नहीं नहीं,
ट्रेनिंग का पार्ट देखता हूँ, ठीक है ना?
ओनली ट्रेन।
हाँ
ओके सर, ओके।
ठीक है फिर,
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू। हेलो दिया?